Hi, and welcome to English Channel. Are you learning English? Great. Let's learn English with a very interesting story. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Let's get started.
Introduction. The question everyone asks. Everyone wants to be happy. No matter where we live or who we are, we all search for happiness. We live in a modern world with phones, technology, comfort, and many choices. But many people still feel worried, empty, and tired inside. They have enough, but they do not feel peaceful. The problem is not that we lack money, success, or things. The real problem is that we misunderstand happiness. We think happiness comes from outside, but it does not. In today's video, we will begin a simple journey together. We will learn clear and practical ways to build real happiness from inside ourselves, step by step. Part 1. Stop chasing happiness outside. Many people believe that happiness comes from outside. They think money, success, or new things will make them happy. When we buy a new phone, new clothes, or get a better job, we feel excited. But this feeling does not last long. After a short time, the excitement fades, and we want something new again. This shows us an important truth. External happiness is temporary. Our brain gets used to pleasure very quickly. This is called hedonic adaptation. At first, something feels special. Then it becomes normal. Because of this, more is never enough. More money, more likes, more achievements, and more comfort do not bring lasting happiness. The moment we get one thing, the mind starts asking for the next thing. When happiness depends on conditions, it becomes unstable. We say, I will be happy if I succeed, or I will be happy when my life is perfect. But life is never perfect. Some days are good, and some days are difficult. If our happiness depends on outside conditions, it rises and falls with every situation. This makes us feel tired and stressed. Real happiness begins when we stop chasing it outside. When we stop running after things, we start noticing what is already inside us. We enjoy small moments, simple joys, and peaceful thoughts. Happiness is not something we catch. Happiness is something we allow. When we stop chasing happiness, we finally give it space to stay. Part 2. Train your mind for internal happiness. Many people think happiness is only a feeling, but this is not true. Happiness is also a skill, and skills can be trained. Our brain was not created to make us happy. It was created to help us survive. This is why the mind looks for problems, danger, and mistakes. It focuses more on fear and worry than on peace. This is normal, but it does not help happiness. To feel happy, we must train the mind in a new way. The first step is awareness. Awareness means noticing what we think, feel, and do. Most people live on autopilot. They react without thinking. When we become aware, we start to see our negative thoughts and habits. Awareness gives us choice. It helps us pause and decide how to respond. Gratitude is another powerful tool. When we practice gratitude, we teach the brain to notice what is good. Simple questions help, such as, what is good in my life right now? What small thing am I thankful for today? Gratitude slowly rewires the brain from fear to calm. Attention is also very important. Where attention goes, emotion follows. If we focus on problems, we feel stressed. If we focus on small positives, we feel peaceful. Happiness grows when we live in the present moment and keep life simple. Instead of reacting emotionally, we learn to respond with awareness. This is how the mind becomes calm and internal happiness begins to grow. Part 3. Don't depend on circumstances. Many people feel happy only when life is going well. When things go wrong, they feel unhappy again. This happens because their happiness depends on circumstances. But life always has ups and downs. Some days are easy and some days are hard. If happiness depends on perfect conditions, it will never last. Acceptance creates stability. Problems hurt more when we fight them mentally. We say, "This should not happen," or "This is unfair." These thoughts create extra pain. Acceptance does not mean we like the situation. It means we stop fighting reality. When we accept what is happening, the mind becomes lighter and calmer. Happiness grows when we control what we can and release what we cannot. We cannot control the weather, other people, traffic, or the past. Trying to control these things only creates stress. What we can control is our attitude, reactions, choices, and effort. When we focus on these, we feel stronger inside. Many people expect the world to be perfect. They expect perfect people, perfect plans, and perfect results. This expectation creates disappointment. The world is not perfect, and it never will be. Peace is not something we find outside. Peace is an internal skill. When inner peace is stronger than external problems, happiness becomes stable and lasting. Part 4. Small daily habits that build happiness. Many people think happiness comes from big success or big moments. But in real life, most days are ordinary. We work, eat, walk, and rest. If we want to be happy all the time, we must learn how to find happiness in small daily habits. Small habits may look simple, but when we repeat them every day, they slowly change how we feel inside. One powerful habit is morning sunlight and movement. Just a few minutes of sunlight in the morning can improve our mood. Gentle movement, like walking or stretching, helps the body release happy chemicals. This simple habit can change how we feel for the whole day. Another habit is practicing gratitude in very small ways. We do not need big reasons to feel thankful. We can be grateful for a warm drink, a kind smile, or a quiet moment. Micro joys also build happiness. Micro joys are tiny moments that bring comfort, such as listening to a favorite song, enjoying fresh air, or sitting in silence for a few minutes. These moments remind us that life is not only about stress and pressure. Conscious breathing is another simple habit. When we breathe slowly and deeply, the mind becomes calm and tension leaves the body. Kindness is a strong source of happiness. One small kind action each day can create connection and meaning. At the same time, we should reduce digital noise. Too much screen time makes the mind tired and anxious. Finally, learning one small thing each day keeps the mind curious and alive. Before sleeping, we can remember one good moment. This helps us end the day with a positive feeling. Part 5. Protect your happiness from negativity. Happiness does not only need to be built, it also needs to be protected. Even when we feel calm inside, negativity from the outside can slowly destroy our peace. Negative thoughts, people, and environments can enter the mind without us noticing. This is why protecting happiness is just as important as creating it. Negativity spreads faster than positivity. The human brain is designed to notice danger first. Because of this, bad news stays longer in our mind than good news. One negative comment can hurt more than 10 positive ones. If we do not protect our mind, it becomes full of fear and stress. We must be careful about what we listen to, watch, and read every day. Some negativity comes from people. Toxic people complain all the time, judge others, and spread anger or fear. Being around them for too long makes us feel tired and unhappy. We do not need to fight them or hate them. We only need healthy boundaries. Spending less time with toxic people and more time with calm, kind people protects our emotional health. Social media and news can also harm happiness. Constant scrolling creates comparison. We compare our real life with other people's best moments. This makes us feel small and unhappy. Too much negative news can make the world feel unsafe and hopeless. Overthinking and the pressure to be perfect add more stress. The mind creates problems that do not even exist. To protect happiness, we must release old emotions. Holding anger, guilt, or sadness makes the heart heavy. Writing, talking, forgiving, and letting go help clean the mind. Finally, we must choose environments that nourish us. Clean spaces, nature, quiet moments, books, and positive people support happiness. When we protect our mind, happiness has a safe place to grow. Part 6. Build emotional strength for difficult times. Being happy when life is easy is not difficult. The real challenge is staying emotionally stable when life becomes hard. Difficult times will come to everyone. We face loss, failure, stress, rejection, and uncertainty. Emotional strength helps you stay calm inside, even when the outside world feels heavy. Many people think being strong means never feeling sad. This is not true. Emotional strength does not mean no sadness, no fear, and no pain. It means allowing emotions to exist without letting them control us. Feeling sad does not make us weak. It makes us human. Strength comes from understanding and managing emotions, not from hiding them. The first step is emotional awareness. We must learn to name what we feel. When we say, "I feel anxious," or "I feel angry," the emotion becomes clearer and less powerful. Awareness helps us respond instead of react. Another important step is acceptance. Pain becomes heavier when we resist it. When we accept that something is painful, we stop creating extra suffering. Acceptance does not mean giving up. It means stopping the mental fight. We cannot control life events, other people, or outcomes. Trying to control everything creates stress. What we can control is our response. Our thoughts, actions, and attitude are always within our power. When we focus on our response, we regain inner strength. Over time, difficult experiences help us grow. They teach patience, humility, and perspective. Resilience is the ability to recover after pain. Resilient people bend, but they do not break. They may fall, but they stand up again. Resilience grows through challenges, not comfort. Each difficult moment trains the heart to become stronger. When emotional strength is built, happiness does not disappear during hard times. It becomes deeper, calmer, and more stable inside us. Part 7. Build a healthy relationship with yourself. True happiness begins with the relationship we have with ourselves. Many people look for love, respect, and understanding from others, but they forget to give these things to themselves. When we are always hard on ourselves, happiness becomes very difficult to feel. One important part of this relationship is self-talk. Self-talk is the voice inside our mind. If this voice is negative, it affects our emotions every day. Saying things like, "I am not good enough," or "I always fail," slowly damages our confidence. We may not notice it, but these words shape how we feel. When we change our self-talk to kinder words, such as "I am learning," or "I am doing my best," our emotions become softer and calmer. Another key step is accepting that we are not perfect. No human is perfect. Everyone makes mistakes, feels weak sometimes, and struggles in different ways. When we expect perfection from ourselves, we create pressure and stress. Acceptance does not mean giving up. It means understanding that growth takes time. When we accept ourselves as we are, happiness has space to grow. We should also treat ourselves like a good friend. If a friend makes a mistake, we support them. We do not attack or insult them. We should do the same for ourselves. Being gentle with ourselves builds emotional safety inside. Rest, boundaries, and self-care are also very important. We cannot be happy if we are always tired. Saying no when we need rest is not selfish. It is healthy. Taking care of our body and mind shows self-respect. When we stop fighting ourselves and start supporting ourselves, inner peace appears. Happiness grows when we become our own safe place. Part 8. Create a meaningful life, not a busy life. Many people are very busy every day. Their schedules are full, their phones never stop, and their minds are always thinking about the next task. But being busy does not mean being happy. In fact, many busy people feel tired, empty, and lost. Busy is not the same as meaningful. When life is full of activities but lacks purpose, happiness slowly disappears. To build a meaningful life, we need to slow down. Slowing down helps us see what truly matters. When we rush all the time, we follow habits instead of values. Values are the things that are important to us, such as family, learning, kindness, health, or personal growth. When our actions match our values, we feel calm and satisfied inside. Even simple actions feel meaningful when they connect to what we believe in. Happiness grows when we live with meaning, not when we collect achievements. A meaningful life does not need big success or big titles. It comes from knowing why we do what we do. Helping someone, learning a new skill, spending quality time with loved ones, or working on something we care about can bring deep happiness. These moments may look small, but they give life direction. Every day, we can do one small thing with meaning. It can be listening fully to a person, reading a few pages of a useful book, or taking a step toward a personal goal. Small, meaningful actions create a sense of progress and purpose. Over time, they build a life that feels rich and balanced. When life has direction, the mind feels safer. We know where we are going, even if the path is slow. Happiness increases when we live intentionally. A meaningful life does not chase speed or pressure. It chooses purpose, clarity, and inner peace. Conclusion: happiness is a lifestyle. Happiness is not a destination that we reach one day. It is not something waiting for us in the future. Many people say, "I will be happy when my life is better." But life is always changing. If we wait for perfect conditions, happiness will always be delayed. Real happiness begins when we understand that it is a daily practice, not a final result. Happiness is something we train every day through small choices. We train it by how we think, how we speak to ourselves, and how we respond to life. Some days are easy, and some days are hard. Happiness does not mean every day is joyful. It means we know how to stay calm, grateful, and balanced, even when things are not perfect. Happiness grows from inside, not from money, success, or other people. Here is the first new lesson. Consistency matters more than intensity. We do not need big changes to be happy. Small habits done every day are more powerful than big actions done once in a while. A few minutes of gratitude, movement, or silence each day builds long-term happiness. The second new lesson is patience with yourself. Happiness does not appear overnight. Some days we feel strong, and some days we feel weak. This is normal. Being kind and patient with ourselves allows happiness to grow naturally. Healing, growth, and peace all need time. Happiness is not a reward for success. It is a way of living. It shows in how we breathe, how we listen, how we accept, and how we choose peace over pressure. When happiness becomes a lifestyle, it stays with us through both good and difficult times.
Hey there! Just a second before you go. If you learned something new today, please give this video a like, write your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to the channel. It only takes a second, and it really, really helps to create even better English videos for you. Your support means the world. Thank you.